Welcome to the Egypt-Japan University of Science and Technology. Meet Obed, a dedicated master's research student, sharing a typical research student's week at eJust.
My name is Obed. In this video, I will share my experience of my weekly routine as a master's research student at eJust. And basically, this is just a general routine. A week in Egypt typically starts on a Sunday, and we usually rely on university buses to commute between the student residence and the main campus. Usually I get to the office between 7 and 8 in the morning to start my day. Sunday is all about getting organized. I spend the day in the office doing my research work, from reading papers and making presentations, and usually it's a full day of intense work. So by the end of the day, I'm so tired, I just want to go and take a rest. On Mondays, I usually meet with my professor, and on these meetings, I will give him updates on the status of my research, probably update him on how I am doing in my research work, and then together we will try to solve any challenges that I had during the week and based on my work. Yeah, so this was one of the times when I enjoyed my time, because my professor would give me solutions to challenges I was facing. And some of the days were tough because maybe the feedback I got from my work wasn't as positive. To beat the Monday blues, I usually hit the gym because I find solace in physical activities. Usually I do this 2 to 3 days a week, and I've found it very effective for my health, and actually working out helps me to stay fit and thereafter take the much needed deep sleep. Tuesdays normally is dedicated to hands-on research in the embedded systems lab, which is my favorite lab and under my specialty. I spend most of my Tuesdays in the lab working on various experiments and projects, and this actually is my best thing throughout the week. As a student, there are always problems to solve, and so even if it means burning the midnight oil, you have to do what it takes. And severally, actually, I have found myself taking late nights to write code and try to fix some problems. And yes, it's fun because I really love coding and solving problems, which is the nature of an engineering student, especially in research. And just by the way, I really and highly recommend everyone to at least learn to do computer programming, especially coding in Python. It's really essential in this era. On some days, I just come to the library to maybe make reference to some books, refer to some concepts and ideas. This is because the library really has so many resources in terms of books, maybe other works, maybe some other publications are available in the library. I'm able to refer to them. Besides that,
the library offers really a nice environment to study and read. Yeah, it just takes me away from the busy classrooms and offices. Yeah, the library sometimes is where I come to. And sometimes I come to the library to relax because it's peaceful here. It's more like a sanctuary. It's very peaceful. When I'm tired, I just come here to rest. On some days of the week, and mostly on Thursdays, I take the convenience of working from home. So I like the comfort of my room, where I can be able to study, do my stuff in my personal space, do my studies and a few other things out of my class or my research work. Yeah, so most of the time I actually switch between studying and sleeping because yes, we get tired sometimes. Research isn't very easy, so some days you need to just take off some time and rest. It's very convenient for me, and I like the flexibility and convenience of working from home some days. Yeah, it really boosts my productivity, and so I really employ it in such a manner. But Thursdays also bring the excitement of weekly soccer matches, a chance to unwind where we just take time with friends to play soccer. Sometimes I prefer to play volleyball with friends or even indoor swimming, especially in the hot seasons of the year. On Fridays, even if I have so many pressing tasks, I usually work half a day and then go to the market to stock some items and food items for the coming week. I usually prepare food for myself every day, but on Friday it's special because I spend some time and cook my favorites, which is chapati. Sometimes we have this small community of friends, especially from our country Kenya, to share with. It's our small initiative of mental health, so we come together to just check on each other, share some stories and also food. Yeah, it's very nice to have such a community, especially in a situation where you are away from home.
Nimechukua hadi hiyo.
On some Saturdays, I join the Adventist Christian community in Alexandria for fellowship and spiritual nourishment together with my friends there. Thereafter, I take a nature walk along the Mediterranean Sea for a breathtaking view with a very cool breeze. And actually, I can't forget that I take some time to reconnect with my family, where I usually have these video calls that reconnects me with my family. Okay, so that was a typical research life of a student at Aegis, but of course that wasn't exhaustive and not as realistic because some weeks are more packed, some weeks are less active. So basically this was a very interesting life for me. I can say I've learned a lot.